the third episode of Browsing My Games Library. This episode is brought to you by the letter B. Badland was developed by Frogmind, headquartered in Helsinki, Finland, which was founded in 2012 and only has a couple of games under its belt, but I think the studio shows real promise. Frozen Bite, which sounds for all the world like a brand of microwavable frozen snack, is the publisher that gets the nod in the opening credits, but they also collaborated with Blitworks, who specializes in porting games to other platforms. And they handled all the home console ports for this game. These two studios are based in Helsinki and Barcelona, respectively, and for those of you keeping track, the platforms this game is available on are Windows, Mac, and Linux, as well as PS3, PS4, PlayStation Vita, Wii U, and Xbox One. The game engine is an open-source software framework called Couscous 2DX that was heavily customized for this game. Okay, a quick historical prelude. In 2011, a game called Pew Pew vs. Cactus was released to little fanfare. I don't think it was even the first game with the mechanic of a screen scrolling at a fixed rate, and your sole method of control is to tap the action button at intervals to make your character flap upwards a bit. You balance between gravity and flapping to avoid the obstacles that scroll past at a gradually increasing rate, and I don't know why cactuses would be hanging from the ceiling, but you just have to accept it. 2 years later, in May of 2013, a clone of this game appeared for free in the Apple App Store. The bird was replaced with a similar but even less artistically skillful avian rendering, and the green cactuses were replaced with green pipes that look like they're part of a Mushroom Kingdom public works project. One starts to wish an Italian plumber would pop out of one of them to break up the monotony. Nonetheless, the game became outrageously popular.
It was the Apple App Store's most downloaded free game by January 2014. At one point, the creator was making $50,000 a day off of in-game advertisements. A month later, in February, the creator took down the game and there was a mad scramble to make a replacement. Legions of clones arose.
Thanks, Wikipedia.
You're welcome.
Flash forward to December 2018, when I've just started playing Badland Game of the Year Edition, and my first thought is, another uninspired Flappy Bird clone? How wrong I was. First of all, the Parallax Background is absolutely gorgeous. The art team did a really good job of creating an atmospheric and detailed backdrop that is hard not to get distracted by as you're playing the game. As you move through different worlds, this changes, and it's not always an amazing background, but it often is. There is also a pretty decent physics engine governing the obstacles you have to avoid being crushed by, or push out of your way, depending on how big they are, and how big you are. All of this, along with a couple of charming power-ups, make the game remarkably beguiling. I can't decide which I like better. The Alice in Wonderland style, one pill makes you larger, the other makes you small thing they're doing, or the opportunity to clone yourself into a little flock. More and more power-ups get introduced as the game progresses. They do an absolutely excellent job of offering quick iteration. Obstacles seldom get frustrating because you respawn very close to the thing that killed you, and you don't have to spend a lot of time repeating the section of level just before you get to the tough part, but instead are allowed to attempt it again quickly. I would recommend this game to anybody with a casual gaming itch. This game has earned a sonnet. A Flappy Bird type game seems so uncool. A weak mechanic that's been done to death, but adding in some well-made physics tools has blown new life therein with one great breath. This game is so much more refined a thing than any Apple Store time-wasting app. Do not misapprehend the praise I sing. It's still a waste of time, it's just not crap. Sometimes I want a brainless waste of time, but this diversion need not be bereft of craftsmanship because it is a crime to waste the scanty free time I have left. I seek an artfully wrought game designed by experts as my taste grows more refined. Once I've met YouTube's requirement of 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to opt into the Google AdSense program and donate 95% of the proceeds directly to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. They have a stellar A rating on Charity Watch, and they fund a lot of excellent research. I love bioscience research. And I hate cancer.